Yes, question.
Is there like some way you can implement like a continuous performance evaluation on teachers? Because with any form of business, what I've seen, a lot of people's problem is like business, they wait till like 6 months down the road to evaluate a person. Why not consistently do it? Because what do managers do? They complain about it every time they have to do it. Why not just make it a part of their job? That way, see, what that'll do is teach teachers patience with the kids.
To make teachers
more
accountable.
Be more patient. Make them, because when you got what, a certain percentage of your class failing or getting D's, I feel, come on now. The teacher sees the student struggling or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The student's not exhibiting
behaviors
like,
that you expect?
Yeah, they're like, come on now, you gotta step up. You gotta do something. I'm like, cause you teach all your students' grades, I feel that's a recollection. That's like,
it's your responsibility.
Yeah, that's like, you know what I'm saying, a performance measure. That's like a benchmark. That's saying how well your teaching style is. You're not sitting down talking to the kids. I mean, from what I've seen here, I go into a classroom, the students are walking around, talking, teachers like, sit down, woo, then they just give up. How do you give up? They're giving up on these kids too early, way too early.
It's an interesting observation, and there's a lot of research behind what you're saying. And the research actually has a name. It's called the teacher factor. And I don't hear it so much in the middle schools I'm working with here. I really don't, and that's a big admiration to you. And coming from a school where families were in crisis, 100% of the kids I've ever worked with have been free and reduced lunch. They were coming from poverty and many issues. What the research is clear about is that you can overcome any societal issue with good teaching. And I don't know if teachers recognize that they have that much power, because a lot of times I will hear, and this happened at my school too, is that, well, the families they come from, or they're coming this way, or they're in violence, or they're in poverty, or they're this family or that family. And so then almost you do give up your sense of control and saying, well, what can I do? Look at how they come to me. But what they found in the research is that a high-trained, a highly knowledgeable, qualified teacher can override and do as well or better statistically as in a high-quality classroom as a teacher that is teaching, professors' kids.
This is
it's called the teacher factor, and I think that's why we're starting with the teachers here.
This is why we are bringing in people like Angela Maiers, Gail Saunders-Smith, is that we are working on
growing the teacher's knowledge base.
The teacher's knowledge base.
And
develop a professional.
By doing that, it does make a difference. So I want you to know that your time here, anything that teachers do to raise, my favorite quote by, what is her name, Maya Angelou, my favorite quote by her is, the more I know, the better I do. It isn't about looking back and saying, I didn't do this and I know. It is saying from this moment on, with this knowledge, with this new knowledge, whether it's from scientific evidence or it's talking with another teacher or it's seeing a lesson, what tomorrow can I do to make it better for my students? I have that much control. What we do in our classroom does make a difference.